Now, as I'm sure you've seen by now, the devastation from Hurricane Helene has been massive and widespread. I mean, from Florida to Georgia, North Carolina, and even up to Tennessee and surrounding areas. Now, my studio is on the Indiana-Kentucky border, and even we received a couple of days of really heavy wind and heavy rain from the storm. It's hard to put into perspective how this storm has changed the lives of millions of people who live in the areas that were hardest hit. A few days ago, I received a Patreon update from Clint Basinger, better known as LGR. His home was basically destroyed when huge trees crashed through the roof. Now, I'm sure most of my viewers are familiar with Clint's channel. He is the retro computing and retro gaming creator on YouTube. There's nobody like him. But unfortunately, his channel is now going to have to be put on hold for a while as he rebuilds and tries to salvage what he can. He has a massive retro collection. Massive. And I have to believe that it's probably been affected by the rains and winds that got into his home from the storm. Now, for some creators like me, this is just a hobby. But for Clint, he was lucky enough to turn his passion and his hobby into a full-time job. Imagine losing your job, one that you love and have poured your heart into, in a heartbeat. That's what's happened to him. Now, when tragedies like this occur, we can often wonder what we can do to help. Well, Clint being Clint, is requesting that we help out his neighbors and other folks in Asheville, North Carolina. And you know what? I think that's a great idea. This is an opportunity for our country to come together. It doesn't matter if you're on the right, on the left, somewhere in outer space. This isn't about politics or the division that seems to come with it. This is about coming together as Americans to help our fellow people. And that's a cause that everyone can get behind. Now, communities all over the country are coming together to provide aid for devastated areas like Asheville. My community is filling up a school bus with necessities, and it'll be driven down there to communities that are hardest hit. Find a local agency collecting for people in need, and donate, and make a difference. The Red Cross is also collecting donations, and I'll leave a link for that below. We can't all stand by while people are suffering. These people have no access to food, no electricity, no fresh water. And we can do something about it. So, support Clint's neighbors. But consider becoming a Patreon of his. Since he won't be putting out videos for a while, he's likely to be penalized by the algorithm and lose views on his current videos. He doesn't do sponsorships, he only relies on ad revenue, so fewer views means less revenue. Sign up as a Patreon member for LGR, even if it's only for a few months to help him recover. If you're already a Patreon of his, like I am, consider upping your monthly subscription for a while. We can all make a small difference, and that adds up to a huge amount of help. Now, I'm a small channel. I don't have near as many subscribers as some of the others, but for the month of October at least, I'm going to donate 50% of my YouTube revenue to those organizations that are helping those in need. I'm also going to be upping my Patreon level for LGR. We can do this together. If you have other favorite YouTubers who have been affected by the hurricane, help them too. This is a community, so let's act like one. Be sure to check out the links in the description and let's get these folks back on their feet.